Imagine wanting to build a house, but you have to make every single brick by hand. You mix the clay, shape it, and bake it in a kiln. Only after making thousands of bricks can you even begin to stack them. This is what traditional web development often felt like. Every line of code was a brick, carefully typed out by a developer. Building a website was a slow, meticulous process. It required deep knowledge of complex languages like HTML for structure, CSS for style, and JavaScript for interactivity. A simple mistake, like a missing semicolon or a misspelled command, could break the entire website, sending developers on a long hunt to find the tiny error. This manual approach was not just slow, it was also prone to human error. Developers would spend countless hours writing repetitive code for common features, like contact forms or navigation menus. Each new project often meant starting from scratch, reinventing the wheel time and time again. Testing was another huge challenge. A developer would have to manually click through every page, fill out every form, and test the site on different browsers and devices. This was a tedious, time-consuming task that could easily miss small but critical bugs, leading to a frustrating experience for the end user. The barrier to entry was incredibly high. If you had a great idea for a business or a personal project, you had two choices: spend years learning how to code or hire an expensive team of developers. This meant many brilliant ideas never saw the light of day. The power to create on the web was limited to a select few with specialized technical skills. The process was often a black box for business owners, who had to trust their development team completely without fully understanding the work involved. This created a significant gap between the idea and the final product. Think about the sheer amount of work involved in just updating a website. A simple change, like adding a new item to a menu, might require a developer to edit multiple files. They would need to write the code, upload it to a server, and then manually check if the change worked correctly. This process was inefficient and created bottlenecks, especially for businesses that needed to adapt quickly to market changes. The dream of easily building and maintaining a professional online presence was, for most people, just that, a dream. The digital world was walled off by the complexity of code. Now let's fast forward to today. The world of web development has been transformed by a powerful concept: automation. Automation is like having a team of tireless robot assistants who handle the repetitive, time-consuming tasks for you. Instead of making every brick by hand, you now have a factory that produces perfect bricks on demand. This shift allows creators to focus on the bigger picture: the design, the user experience, and the core idea, rather than getting bogged down in the tiny details of writing code. Automation is not about replacing developers, it's about empowering them with better tools. One of the most exciting forms of automation is the rise of no-code platforms. These platforms, like Webflow or Bubble, provide a visual interface where you can design and build a website by dragging and dropping elements. You see what you're building in real time. Behind the scenes, the platform automatically generates the clean, professional code required to make the website work. This is a game changer because it allows entrepreneurs, designers, and marketers to build fully functional websites without writing a single line of code. It democratizes web development, putting the power to create directly into the hands of the visionaries. Automation also streamlines the work of traditional developers. Tools like code generators can create boilerplate code for common structures, saving hours of manual typing. For example, a developer can use a tool to instantly generate the code for a complex grid layout. Another crucial area is automated testing. Instead of manually clicking through a site, developers can write scripts that automatically test every feature after a change is made. This process, known as continuous integration and continuous deployment, automatically tests and deploys new code, ensuring that updates are rolled out quickly and without introducing new bugs. This new automated workflow makes the entire development process faster, more efficient, and less prone to error. It frees up developers from mundane tasks and allows them to focus on solving more complex, creative problems. Imagine being able to build a prototype for a new idea in a single afternoon instead of weeks. Or deploying a critical security update to your website with the click of a button, confident that automated tests have already checked for any issues. This is the power of automation. It removes friction and accelerates the journey from idea to reality, making web development more accessible and enjoyable for everyone involved. Let's look at a real-world example. Consider Bakerite, a small family-owned bakery that wanted to start selling its artisanal bread online. Initially, they hired a freelance developer to build a simple website. The process was slow and expensive. Every time they wanted to add a new loaf of bread or announce a holiday special, they had to email the developer, wait for them to make the changes, and pay an hourly fee. This old way of doing things was holding their business back. They couldn't react quickly to customer demand or run timely promotions, losing out on valuable sales opportunities. Frustrated with the delays and costs, Bakerite's owner discovered a no-code e-commerce platform. This platform used automation to simplify everything. Instead of writing code, the owner could now use a visual dashboard to manage the store. Adding a new product was as simple as uploading a photo, writing a description, and setting a price. The platform automatically created the product page, updated the inventory, and handled the secure checkout process. What used to take days and cost money now took only a few minutes and was included in their monthly subscription. The impact was immediate and profound. Bakerite was finally able to take control of its online presence. They launched a Bread of the Week feature, which they could update themselves every Monday morning. They ran flash sales on weekends, promoting them on social media and directing customers to their beautiful, easy-to-use website. The automated system also handled order confirmations, sending emails to customers as soon as a purchase was made. This saved the team countless hours of administrative work and provided a professional experience that built customer trust and loyalty. Thanks to automation, Bakerite's online sales grew by 300% in the first year. The time and money they saved on web development were reinvested into the business. They bought a better oven and sourced higher quality ingredients. This story is a perfect illustration of how automation is not just a technical tool, but a powerful business enabler. It empowered a small business to compete in the digital marketplace, streamlined their operations, and gave them the agility to grow. It closed the gap between their business goals and their technical capabilities, allowing them to focus on what they do best, baking delicious bread. The rise of automation marks an exciting new chapter for the web. It is fundamentally changing who can build, what they can build, and how quickly they can do it. For aspiring developers and creators, this is incredibly good news. The future of web development is not about memorizing endless lines of syntax. It's about understanding systems, solving problems, and using powerful tools to bring ideas to life. Automation handles the tedious work, freeing human minds to focus on creativity, strategy, and innovation. This makes the field more inclusive and accessible than ever before. This shift is incredibly important for the future of the internet. It means more diverse voices and ideas will find their way online. A small nonprofit can now build a donation platform without a huge budget. A teacher can create an interactive learning tool for their students. An artist can launch a beautiful portfolio to showcase their work. By lowering the technical barrier, automation unleashes a wave of creativity that will make the web a richer, more interesting, and more useful place for everyone. It ensures that the ability to shape our digital world is not confined to a small group of technical experts. For seasoned developers, automation is not a threat but an evolution. Just as factory automation allowed craftsmen to become designers and engineers, web automation allows developers to operate at a higher level. They can move from being digital bricklayers to digital architects. Their skills become even more valuable as they focus on designing complex systems, ensuring security, optimizing performance, and integrating various automated tools. The demand for deep technical expertise will not disappear. It will simply shift towards more strategic and impactful work. Ultimately, automation is about empowerment. It empowers businesses to be more agile, designers to build their own visions, and developers to be more productive. It is the engine that will drive the next wave of digital innovation. The journey of building for the web is becoming less about the struggle with code and more about the joy of creation. I invite you to explore these new tools, experiment with what's possible, and see how automation can help you build your next great idea. The web is waiting for what you will create. What has been your experience with these new tools? Share your story.